too low, terrain, pull up, terrain, terrain, pull up, pull up.
Welcome to the Paragliding XC Stories. Every flight is a story, and many of them are worth sharing. In today's story, I want to tell you about how important patience can be. Sometimes you make unfortunate decisions or find yourself in an unfortunate situation. And with every passing minute, with every action you take, things seem to get worse and worse. In such cases, you have to stay calm, keep trying, but most importantly, not lose your patience. Here I fly towards my last turn point of a big triangle. I have just climbed to 3,100 meters and now glide towards the ridge in front of us. I'm already at the 150 kilometers mark, but I want to extend my triangle to at least 180 kilometers. This is my first time flying in this area, so the terrain is new to me. But I'm not alone. There is another pilot 200 meters below me. My next goal is to reach the ridge and find the next lift. Up here there is not much wind, but in the lower layers there is a quite noticeable southerly wind coming from the right. You can see a large cloud forming from the thermal triggered at the southern end of the ridge. It would be best to fly towards the expected trigger area, but that would mean a detour. It's about 3 p.m. and I only have about 2 hours left before the thermal activity stops, so I decide to not fly there. This will turn out to be a bad decision later, you will see. A big part of the ridge is now shaded and there seems to be no thermals downwind. It doesn't make sense to fly into the shadow, so I turn left. Probably the wind is blowing off the warm air down there, so no thermals can form. I'm starting to get worried. My next task is to find lift at the ridge. The other pilot seems to be having a hard time because the terrain down there is really flat. Should I go right? Well, maybe not. I tried to find a cloud that might give me a clue where to look for thermal triggers, but the cloud picture doesn't look promising. Sometimes a moving shadow also triggers thermals, so I decide to try that first. At least I can maintain my altitude, which is good. The shadow edge option doesn't work this time, so I have to keep looking. Can this sunny slope work as a trigger? Let's see. Not really. So let's keep looking. Notice how fast I fly over the trees. The wind is parallel to the slope, destroying any thermals right away. I am at the end of the ridge now. What should I do? And what would you do now? Would you fly back into the wind? There is not much height left. Would you try to get to the other side? That's a big crossing. Maybe that flat area on the lee side of the ridge? The other pilot is about to land. Unfortunately, the missing 200 meters were critical. Yes, there's a thermal here on the lee side. Can I use it? Well, it was just a little bubble. Nothing useful. One more check. Still nothing. Now glide down with the wind. Here I have to decide, do I fly to the left or to the right? The air is probably sinking on the right side, but the slope is steeper. The left side is upwind, but it's really flat. What would you do now? I decide to fly to the right, in case I don't make it to the hill in front of me. Here is where it gets interesting. Keep a clear head, we haven't lost yet. Yes, there is some lift here, caused by the air being pushed by the wind against the shallow slope. I fly forward carefully, hoping for more lift. Unfortunately, this area is now shaded. What a bad time to be here. This hill could trigger a thermal, so I have to check it out. Not much height left. I cannot spend much time here, so I escape after only one turn. My flight is not over yet, so I have to concentrate on trying to save it. I have to get out of the shaded area first. Well, this is not that kind of proximity flying I was dreaming about. At least not under these conditions. Looking up, I see a cloud in front of me. But is it a forming cloud or is it falling apart? Now looking at the distant slopes, can I reach them? I picked a slope in front of me because it should perfectly face the wind, and there is a cloud above it. But should I maybe try the sunny slope first? Now I fly to the distant slope, my last chance. But wait, I can feel a very subtle updraft here. Could it be a thermal? Let's have a look. Listen to the vario sound. What could be triggering the thermal here? Luckily, this area won't be in the shade for the next few minutes. And now the hard work begins. The lift is very weak, so I try to find its core. The cloud up there we saw previously was falling apart. I really hope I am in a new thermal and not in a disappearing one. Slowly and patiently I work my way up. The cloud is completely gone, but the climb is getting stronger. I'm in a new thermal, yes. I could move on now, but I decide to get some more altitude. A decision to fly so low in this direction would probably have been a mistake. Finally, I can continue. So I lost half an hour in this area and have to adjust my further route planning. Using the southern edge of that big ridge would have been much faster. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little adventure. Feel free to share your stories in the comments. If you want to contact me or just want to fly together, then ping me on my socials, you can find them in the video description. See you in the next story!